I can't believe his dad's got a lot of lovely balls.
Yeah, you can tell which club it is that the line.
Well, it looks like Henrik has selected the iron off this tee. And can, of course. You think a good play, this, Jamie?
Definitely Hutchie with those bunkers down the left. 280 to them. Once they did about 260.
Mm-hmm. What's that wind doing now?
Same as it always is. It's a little bit down off the right, mainly across. This is where the tough golf starts.
Yeah. Beautiful follow from the plane up above. And everybody loves it. And so will Henrik. He'll be fine there. Just off the fairway.
So you got right to left with a little bit of help. No cameras, please, folks.
You won't be able to see the flag from there, Stenson.
Yeah.
His reaction was, I think he thinks he's in the longer rough, but he's actually come out. I think he'll be pleasantly surprised when he gets down there.
Yeah, he got a bit lucky there, didn't he? Same for Phil. He's managed to get it down the correct side of most of these fairways, so he should be taking dead aim at those two bunkers.
Come on, Phil! Oh, big Phil!
It's turning into a football match.
The great thing is that even though it's a European against an American, you'd imagine Stenson would have more support. I'm not sure that he does. They're both getting huge support from the galleries, Laura, aren't they?
Well, it sounds 50-50, which is extraordinary, but Phil's love wherever he plays.
Whoops.
It was a birdie attempt, but an unsuccessful one, unfortunately, for JB.
And playing alongside Steve Stricker, who's played such wonderful golf. Out in 34 today. You know, think of yesterday's round, 17 pars, and then that horrible quadruple 8 at 15. It's just...
They haven't had a bogey between them. They've shared 5 birdies. 3 for JB, 2 for Steve.
And the difficult par 4, 13, 483, little chip down, third shot. Up the bank, and it's, come on then, come on, it's done better than I thought it was going to.
Such a tough hole, the 11th. You get through that without any damage, you've really done pretty well.
Lovely shot into 17th, the par 3, this for 2 for Rory. Go on then, nope.
He's not going to win the Open for the second time, but I wouldn't be betting against him for the US PGA in a couple of weeks at Baltusrol. I don't think he's far away at all.
Let's keep a drop shot off his card, Steve Stricker, for his par 10.
Lovely putt. Good pace right in the middle.
Well now, a really difficult drive here. He's got to try and fire it over those left-hand bushes up there. Left of the path you can see straight down. Fairway slope, so this looks perfect. Perfect.
27-year-old, already a winner this year on the European Tour, won the Spanish Open. His first win.
On a real tough course too, Valderrama. That'll give you confidence for anywhere.
And very good. Sergio makes his 4. Good up and down from beside the wall. Like everyone else, big discrepancy between his front 9 scores and back 9 scores this week.
Keimer, par putt. Good stroke. Not the week he was looking for. He's been playing pretty well coming into this and started off with that wonderful 5 under par 66 day one, but couldn't back it up. But nonetheless, a decent week.
And playing partner Francesco Molinari also rounding 74 today. They both finished 3 over for the championship.
It's hardly a bad score this week, 287, I'd say. Shows it super golf, really. But what these guys are doing is amazing.
There's a leap of faith required here for Henrik because he can't see the flag, can't see the green. Just all he can see is the gorse in front of him, but he can see our TV tower, which is very handy. And the flag is just to the right of that in a very difficult spot. He's got 178, which is a 7-iron for Henrik Stenson. Middle of the green, I'd suggest.
Asking for a little bit of help, asking for it to push it. I don't know why that was all over the flag.
A little below that little slope, I think he's got a putter. But once again, marvellous shot.
It's got almost the identical putt that we just saw Beef miss, so we know that one's left lip. Phil Mickelson. What's his lie like, Jamie?
Perfect, Laura. And he can see everything. 168.
You said earlier he's hitting the right parts of the fairway, and again, he's done it.
Doesn't matter to Henrik Stenson. He's got an 8-iron here, Mickelson.
What a contest.
One bogey between them, and that was a 3-putt, so the sort of golf we're seeing in their position is astonishing, really.
Okay, Beefy Johnston up the hill into the 10th super tee shot. Just see the top of the flag there. Don't leak it right. It leaves such a difficult shot.
He knew he was hitting that bank down into the swale.
Sergio, I think this is a really tough drive, 12. The bush not moving too much at the moment. I'm sure that wind has dropped a little, Laura.
I think you're right. I mean, Jamie's in the thick of it, and he says it's not, but from our pictures, it certainly looks like it's dying down a little bit.
Okay, hold on to your hats. Driver for JB, and watch him. He gives this a horrible smack. Individual swing. Oh, don't drift too much. But I think that's far enough to be okay.
I think with his length, he carries that little bit of grass, that little bit of hill there. So, yeah, that's a beautiful swing. Lovely stuff.
Lovely. Oh, no pits into the bank there, otherwise it would have been miles up there.
Final hole of the 2016 Open for Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, terrific in that wind. He appeared to be coming straight downwind. They're looking at the flag, and there's no more than a wedge from 458 yards. So the wind has definitely turned a bit since earlier in the day.
Well, he was past that right-hand bunker, and I don't think I've seen anyone even attempt to go past that. So certainly he's having a go.
I was just thinking that, Laura. It seemed an awfully long way down, didn't it? Wonderfully detailed leaderboards around the golf course. I have to say, the R&A really have run a fantastic championship in every sense. I've got to say, I don't think, and I've been at a lot of Opens, I don't think I've been at one where the traffic management was just so efficient. It's been so simple to get in and out at whatever time of the day, and that's great tribute to everyone. It's been a great championship.
You can only endorse that. Come on, Jamie.
Well, I've read this both ways, so I'm going to leave it to you guys in the box.
We just saw this putt earlier, and it is just inside left. If he keeps the speed up and hits it inside left, I think he'll make it.
Oh, just going to be a fraction outside maybe, but a good attempt again, and that you'll feel fine. You know you've hit it where you wanted to, and that's all you can do.
Johnston missing the green at 10. Two players have bumped it up here, but electing to take the aerial route. Not getting the check he was looking for, though.
Well, so far below the green, it's very difficult. The ball arrives much flatter than you think it's going to. So it's difficult. Well, Mickelson with the chance to level the scores.
Nice putt to have here for Phil, putting up the hill. Just a fraction right to left. That's all it is.
It's always difficult to call a cut for a left hand. You know, you're thinking, and I'm sure he meant left to right there because it's the way the left-handers stand. And just moved anyway. 2 good attempts, out to 32. And this man had popped this one in to do the same.
Giving this plenty of attention, doesn't want to make any ridiculous mistakes at this stage. And any momentum over to the other man.
You can't just tap anything, and you've got to give it your full attention.
So they both make 4 at 9. They're both out on 32, 4 under par. Henrik Stenson, 1 clear. 1 ahead. Almost 1 up in this match play contest.
If there is a playoff, Doogie, which, I mean, it could easily be, what do they do? Is it 4
It's
holes?
the 4-hole playoff, yeah. 1, 2, 17 and 18. Oh, wonderful leader. And there's the applause, the reception for Rory McIlroy. Not the week he dreamed of. He was on the wrong side of the draw. That caught a few of the top players. But he's battled so well. And a par for a 67 at the last, one of the best rounds of the day. And he's going to be top half dozen again in a major. As I say, keep an eye on him for the USPGA in just 2 weeks' time.
Right now we saw rather a weak pitch. This for a par 4. Not too much in it, but give it a chance. Oh, good effort.
I just announced the official attendance figure for this year's Open, 173,000 over the full week, including practice days, which I think is very much in line with expectations and what entertainment the spectators have had.
Two extremely important tee shots coming up here for both the players, both 10 and 11. This is where you can run up a big number, so they want to be in the fairway.
Just to the left of that path. That looks perfect. Get it wind a little bit, and that should finish absolutely in the ideal spot.
That 3-wood of his does not go offline. I mean, it just goes dead straight. I'm amazing how far he hits it as well.
It does get hit, though.
What a fantastic weapon to have in the bag. Oh, 288-yard carry. Dead straight.
Now this course, the wind is on his chest, so get it moving from a draw for him. A slice of the others can go a long way, this 3-wood. You've got to be ready. And it's a long way up the hill there, too. If you slight mishit, you could be in trouble. Again. Beautiful.
I was watching it anxiously, but and he was right to. Yeah,
I didn't think it had gone that far.
he's absolutely nailed that. He's almost hit that too well.
I'll tell you who else will be delighted with this leaderboard, Laura and Hutch. Aberdeen Asset Management and everyone in the Scottish Open. The top 5 on the leaderboard all played last week at Castle Stewart, and continuing the trend over the last few years where the Open winner has played in the Scottish Open the week before. It's clearly proving to be an advantage.
And how? Go on, close with the birdie, Rory. Get in there now. Just again, that speed not quite right. Stroke looked good.
I think if he'd hit every putt that speed this week, he'd be in a lot better position there. That was a really good stroke to finish with.
Well, he hit a couple of short putts, miles too hard. I thought that he missed and hooked out the hole.
Still, wonderful round of 67, and that's with a couple of bogeys at 11 and 12. And there was a spell in the front 9 when he did look as he just might be setting a target for the top 2. Obviously, that's not happened, but Rory McIlroy can be proud of his last round performance. Finishes at 4 under par, currently 6th.
That's right. That's what's the second, slightly up the hill to the 12th green, 429 yards. And a little crisp bump, like an 8 iron. Super.
That's a good shot there. That looks like a big green, that, but it really isn't. It's very narrow. So that's a beautiful shot from Garcia, from the perfect position, I might add.
This is JB Holmes with the third shot down the bank a little bit. And this at the 11th. 483 yards. It's a brute of a hole. Just think about Rory. 280 would have won a lot of championships over the years, wouldn't it? Trying to visualise what he wanted to do, going with a putter. Your view of that, Laura?
Well, he might have drawn you see a little bit of yellow. That might be a dodgy little lie, so maybe that's influenced his decision. I'm surprised he's got the pin out. So if it comes flying off this surface, he can...
Go on. Well done.
The 27-year-old from the North Middlesex Club in North London. Only his second Open.
The train went by. I hope it's not too far right there, is it?
That should be alright. Go ball.
No, it's beautiful.
Beef's only other Open back in 2011 at Royal St George's, and he missed the cut.
I'm surprised he didn't back off that tee shot, because that train was hammering along anyway, JB.
And you could see it coming, Laura. It wasn't coming up from behind you, it was coming south.
It's called concentration.
What train?
Well, he's got some nice par there from JB, 2 putts from over the back.
Choice weather at St Andrews in the old days when the train went there. I actually played there when the train still worked, and the train sheds were there way back in 54. What train? It was like 10 yards from it.
187 left for Phil on a hanging light. Got to be careful he doesn't ground his club here. Could move the ball. Sitting up precariously. 170 to the front.
Sounded nice and crisp. Astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. Neither one will give you.
Some of the golf we're watching is just a treat, isn't it?
As Jamie says, hanging lie, feet well above the ball, really difficult to control this, and look at that balance. I think it's safe to say you're going to have to win this. The other guy's not going to give it to you.
And it's a wonderful illustration of swinging past your head. That head never moved. His head has been so still throughout. Let's have an M&M.
That's definitely 9:30. Okay.
Well, that's how far it is. He's come up short here, Mickelson, most of the week. Not an easy shot from down there. It's a 9-9 yardage for Henrik. He might just hit a little late here. It's a shot he struggled on. He has got a little late. Yeah, he's right in between it. This is what it's all about. And there's not much breeze. It's a beautiful evening now out here. No, he's not certain, is he? It's right in between. Decisions.
How much wind is there, Jamie? Because surely he's better off if it's not too windy going with the big 9.
The flag is silent. It's just not moving at all. And down there he can't feel it as well. It's not as much as it's been all week. If he smashes a 9, he could get it there. This is a little late.
It's just too beautiful.
Yep, it was the right call. And generally speaking, you'd rather hit a hard 9 than a little late, wouldn't you? Rather hit one full out, wouldn't you?
Yeah, every time for me. If you're between and there's no width, if there's a lot of wind, then yeah, go with the easy one. But no wind, yeah, definitely go with the big one.
Garcia. That's for a birdie at 12.
Go on. Nah.
Final round of the 145th Open Championship. It's between two men. Henrik Stenson of Sweden looking for his first Open. Phil Mickelson looking for his second. And JB Holmes with a 2-shot lead in the tournament the rest of them are playing in. Rory McIlroy 67. Low round of the day and enough to take him into the top 6. 69s from Matt Southgate and Andy Sullivan. 70s from Emiliano Grillo and Gary Woodland.
Andrew Johnston. This is his third shot. He's got a bump on the back of this wood. Looks like he's got a little bit of grass. So really drive down, pop it up in the air. There it is. Now let it roll out. Now come on. Perfectly played, lovely shot there.
The only way to better that one was to knock it in. Yeah, beautiful.
Who's going to throw the first punch here, Jamie?
Henrik, but it was close to see who was playing first. Difficult putt for Stenson to read, actually. It should go right to left. There's a little bit of a sort of a bulge between him and the cup, which just might keep it straighter than you'd think. So he's got to make his mind up here. I think it's just a touch of right to left here. The golf is just incredible. Privileged to be out here with these great players.
It's staggering, really, because you see all these other players, they're missing greens, they're struggling a little bit, and these guys just keep hitting fairways and greens and chugging along.
Yeah, the guys behind these are pretty good players as well, aren't they?
That's the thing.
It's for a 6th birdie. Incredible.
The last 8 groups haven't made a birdie at 10. Henrik Stenson has.
You wouldn't bet against this guy, would you?
No.
Little bit of break on this for Phil, just outside the hole.
You beauty. You beauty to Harvard in blooming threes. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Well, if you'd have said to Stenson, you've got a one-shot lead, you're going to turn in 4 under, birdie the 10th, and you're still going to be level, he wouldn't have believed the word you were saying.
It's just fantastic. Both 5 under for the day. What drama we're, I think, guaranteed over the next 8 holes. And as someone said earlier, it might have been you, Hutch, what a shame that one of these great players is going to lose out.
It's lovely that, under all this pressure, you've got Henrik Stenson walking up there, high-five in the galleries, adding to their day. You know, it's fantastic to see. You don't often see that.
What about like never? JB Holmes, another beautiful tee shot down the 12th. There's a real meanie. 129 yards today and coming up short. I don't know, maybe if it gusts a little bit now, it makes it even more difficult for the players.
Well, JB is in 3rd place and he's 10 behind. A little disappointing.
Shades of Hubert Green in 1977. Jack Nicklaus and Tom Watson battling out the famous duel in the sun at Turnberry. This is a duel in the wind, but it's just as compelling. There you go. Hardest back 9 in the Open was here at Royal Troon 2004. It averaged 36.7. It's currently averaging 37.04. So it's the hardest back 9 in the Open for more than 12 years. And these two are making it look easy.
Well, not only are there people inside the ropes here, there's people the other side of the railway looking in. I don't blame them. And Stenson just can't shake Mickelson off. All you can see is gorse off this tee. Frightening tee shot.
Just as well, they've got our crane in the distance. Pro Tracer gives you the ball flight, going a little bit left. He's fine.
It is such a scary shot.
Really has thrown down the gauntlet once again to Phil. That makes his tee shot a lot more difficult.
It's a better wind though for Mickelson. Wind off the left. He can hold it up, he can draw it. Going to carry it 280 to carry the gorse down the right hand side. Aggressive play here for Mickelson.
Yeah, going with the big gun. Pulling it off. That is a ripper. It's an absolute privilege to watch this lot, isn't it?
Some of the best golf I've ever seen.
Well,
Let's move ahead to the 12th tee and Andrew Johnston. Beef.
Oh, it's got to move.
And drilling it
Yeah.
lowish and straight.
nothing wrong with that. Garcia and on par 4, 13th, 475 yards. Trying to flop it up there, and has he given it enough go? Going back into the wind, not quite. The 4 par 4s in the back line that are over 450 yards. I mean, it's a real snorter of a 9 holes.
Holmes just came up short here on 12, so he's going to have to hit a nice pitch to keep it 7 under and keep, at the moment, 2 shots ahead of 4th place. Oh, and look at that. He really is playing some great golf himself.
Well, he is, but I mean, you put that combination together, great power and touch. Look out, they're always the ones that are going to give you the own. He's doing it so calmly and nicely. He's just going about his business as if it was every day.
And that wind, you can see those flags are not standing out straight now, so it is dying a little bit.
And look at the people waiting to see the finish tonight, and I think it might be one to remember forever.
Johnston missed the green on this par 3, just chipping up. Doing it quite nicely, just gone out a little bit, but that's not a bad effort.
Defending champion, he's played nicely. Go back to the JB Holmes at the 12th after that lovely little chip. Let's pop this in for his par. No problem.
There you see the 2 tee shots. Stenson just in the rough. I don't think that'll be a huge factor. And Mickelson perfect.
Might be slightly unsighted. Well, Jamie, I don't think he can see the pin from where he is there.
No, he can't, Hutchie. Got those bushes in front of him. Blind. Similar to the 9th hole earlier. Not too bad, though. Ball's below his feet. Him and Lordy have just come out to have a look. Been together a long time, these two.
Have they got anything to aim at over the back of the green? Is there a TV tower they can see? Because from our view, it doesn't look like they've got anything to use as alignment.
You've got the same view they have, Laura. They can't see anything apart from those bushes.
So what do you do now? Just pick a spot in the gorse bush and just focus on that?
And make sure you get over it, yeah.
I think he might do that, but yeah.
He's got the ball below his feet. I think he'd try and draw this one in off this light. It's a safer option with that railway wall. You can see that. Flags at the back. Wind's dying though. It's a beautiful evening.
We've sort of got that impression. And here again, with the ball below the feet, encourage a little movement from left to right, which he's got to avoid. As I say, that wall is not far from the green.
Yeah, I picked a 5 for him here.
Can you say it's a normal 5?
209's a normal 5 these days, Hutchie.
I know. I wish it was for me. 2 of them I might get there. Can't help holding your breath. Really, come on, up you come. It was going right at it, but well done.
You have to say, the way Mickelson's playing, that's slightly the door open, because you wouldn't have thought Hendrik's going to make that putt.
Oh, Phil Mickelson 196. He's got a 6 iron. This is the best weather we've had since Thursday.
Again, beautiful sound.
Come on. Oh, stop.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Well, Laura's absolutely right. That's a missed opportunity for Phil.
It's a tad unlucky. It looked beautiful, didn't it? Just didn't have any spin on it, which is unusual for Phil.
And he knew in the air, he knew that it was likely to be over the back, and it was only just. Ahead to 13. Garcia, this to stay at 4 under.
Yeah, not the best chip from the back of the green, leaving this par putt. Come on, pop it in. No. And is that one of those putts you feel fairly obvious right to lefter? Just the pace was wrong.
3 under for the front 9, but bogeys now at 10 and 13 in the back for Sergio. Well, Johnston at 12.
It's marvellous, isn't it?
There's a little beer stand there on the right of this green, so I think he might get some big cheers if he can roll that one in.
Okay, hold on to your hats. Here goes JB. That's long enough, I think, to be perfect. Yeah, well.
It's definitely long enough. My goodness, he's hit that one, hasn't he?
Wait. It was miles. Par 3 14th at 178 yards today. Sergio probably no more than a 6 iron. Yep, good shot.
"17 under par, 16 under par, and the next best is 10 back. Unbelievable." Rory McIlroy, round of the day so far, 67, and only the leaders on the course are better than that. Bill has going in the wrong direction, so too Kevin Na and Charles Schwartzel, Patrick Reed and Tony Finau down at the bottom there. Nice rounds of 69 and 70 from Southgate, Sullivan, Griot and Woodland. Lee Westwood a 68. Jordan Spieth a 68. Jason Duffner 69. And now it really is turning into a very pleasant late afternoon, early evening, just coming up to 5 o'clock in the evening here in Scotland.
Just a little bit right to left up this green for Stenson. Not a huge breaker. He just wants to keep it right side.
Few bobbles there, so it's a little wide, running out of steam, but did bobble along there.
Almost 200 countries worldwide watching our live pictures of this Open Championship. For those of you watching us in the Far East, in Australia and New Zealand, it's the middle of the night, and I'll bet a lot of you are staying up. You'll want to see this one. I'm sure the boss will understand in the morning.
Surprised here that Phil's hitting the bread and butter. I thought he'd just chip this over the bank and let it trundle down. A little bit of a bank in front of him, and it's going to go left to right once it gets onto the green. But he's been putting most of the week when he's off the green. That's obviously a tactic he's had for the week.
Yeah, two sort of disappointing putts the way they'll be going in a way. They never really frightened the hole at all.
Well, Mickelson, he's electing to finish out. Maybe trying to put a bit of pressure on Stenson's putt, which is obviously a good 7-8 feet.
It's Didn't look that far away first time around either, did it?
A little bit of match play, entirely legitimate. You'd do the same, Laura.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love finishing these off, especially in this situation. Can't see him missing it. Oh, good view there. Just watch this stroke.
Yep.
Very nice.
Very exciting. Will remain so. You don't want to see a big mistake anywhere now, do you? Really, just want to see the tussle continue. It's pulling the best possible golf out of each other. Yeah, I thought he was sort of almost held high, just misread it, but he's a good, well, 4 feet at the best, I would think. And obviously it's going to turn a bit from his right now. The speed has got to be absolutely perfect to get this one in. Want to get it inside the top right edge. Oh, just not enough on it.
2 bogeys he's had today have both been 3 putts from distance, so needs to hit it a bit closer. But that ties them all up at 16.
Bogeys at the first and the 11th for Henrik Stenson. 6 birdies. And this was so close. It was in, then
Cruel.
it was out.
I wonder if that little fly had headed it out there. It's a goalkeeper, and it's an American fly, obviously, for Mickelson.
I thought it was American pie.
To the 12th, birdie putt for Andrew Johnston.
That field should come from his right.
Underdone beef. Underdone beef. Absolutely tied up at the top of the leaderboard. Both Phil Mickelson and Henrik Stenson 16 under the round of the Open.
Will he hit this iron? Will he hit this iron into the edge of the gorse yesterday down the left? It'll be okay.
It's like he bumped out into a half-decent lie, so maybe not too bad, but not what he wanted. Gives Henrik a chance to smash one down the middle again and try and wrestle back the advantage.
Honestly, this is not an easy tee shot going with the iron.
.430 yards this 12th. You want to really get it down at about 280 if you can, but you won't get it down to that far with an iron. So conservative plays for both players here.
Another real strong swish and going straight down the fairway. Anyway, super drive, all square. I'll leave you now, and I hope you're really enjoying the rest of this intriguing duel. Baba Doogie.
Thank you, Hutch. Thank you, Laura. And as these 2 great players leave, we're joined by another 2. Mark James and Sam Torrance back with us for the closing drama, and I think we can guarantee plenty of it. Oh. Third bogey in the last 5 holes for Andrew Johnston. He's losing a little bit of impetus. He's now 3 behind JB Holmes and 1 behind Steve Stricker.
Terrell Hatton. This long one for a birdie. And a shot or 2 now would be huge for him. Oh, come on, mate. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, that is massive for Terrell Hatton. Moves him up into a tie for 5th.
And the walk up the 18th for the defending champion, Zach Johnson, and a very good defence of the claret jug too by the popular American. Won on a playoff last year with Louis Oosthuizen and Mark Leishman, with Jason Day and Jordan Spieth just out of the picture. That was a fabulous Open. This is a different but equally fabulous finish.
Well, a good shot from Holmes, just half a club heavy. Wind now dying away, these players can attack.
Tyrrell Hatton, 17th tee. Birdie putt at 16. It's close to Ryder Cup place. Tyrrell, this will make a huge run towards. What a beautiful iron shot. What a gorgeous shot, Tyrrell Hatton.
Had his best finish in the European Tour just last week, second in the Scottish Open.
The Beef has moved to the 13th tee. Now he's got to produce a good finish here. That was a pretty good line.
Mickelson once again going left at 12. He doesn't seem to have too bad a lie. Jamie, I'm sure, will tell us. Henrik Stenson in great shape, though.
Yeah, there's a fluffy odd lie here. He's going with a 6 iron. He's trying to muscle this from 200 yards.
Whoa. What he was trying to do there, it hasn't come off.
You're trying to hit a low runner. Well, you hit them sideways, they're not going to run at all. That was a poor shot, wasn't it, Dougie?
Oh, that was right out of the blue. Just didn't expect that.
Well, Jamie said it was a fluffy line. Maybe it just snagged up unexpectedly. Do get a variance in the types of grass. Well, we've seen it from every conceivable angle now. We're none the wiser. Maybe it was just a bad shot.
A bad shot? What's that? I haven't seen many of those today, not from these two anyway.
JB Holmes. It's for birdie on 13, just to get to 8. Turn. Played very well today, JB Holmes. No bogeys, 3 birdies.
.178 left for Henrik out the middle of the fairway, and this is a 7 iron yardage, but it's back into the breeze a little bit, so he's going to have to hit all of it, and the flag's just over a ridge.
It's a safe club, wasn't it?
Sometimes you have to play the man and not the course. Mickelson, very poor shot there. Almost guaranteed to make bogey. Stenson, gorgeous strike again. Never left the flag. Move it into the breeze, as Jamie said. 25 feet, 30 left for his birdie. Not bad.
If Henrik Stenson does go on to win, he'll become the oldest first-time major champion since Darren Clark won the Open back in 2011.
Lowest winning score at Troon was 272. which is Justin Leonard 1997, which was 12 under par. Calcavefia shot 13 under par 289, but it was par 72 then. So the pair of them are demolishing the records at Troon, and it's been a tough week too. Easy day one, but not since then.
172 for the Beef on 13, so he's hit the drive just about 300. Should have gone a bit right with that body language. Oh, it's not. Stay there. Not too bad.
Quite rightly, Phil. Just having a stroll up to the green. How much trouble is he in, Jimmy?
He's not too bad, Doogie. It could be a lot worse. It's obviously a very fluffy line there. Bit of a risky second shot, really. It wasn't great back there. He's not too bad, but it's going to be devilishly difficult to get close with this flag just on top of a ridge. It's a very loud crowd down here. They've had some long lunches, I think.
Still now, please. You folks, just be real quiet, please. Thank you.
Good luck with that, Bones.
No cameras, please. Thank you.
I think he's going to go aerial here and just try and fly it all the way up in the air. That's what he's looking at.
Well, it's pretty safe. I don't think he had much on there, as Jamie said. We go back to 18, Miguel Angel Jimenez.
The old crowd pleaser does the business again at 18. 71, 72, 70, 71 for Miguel Angel Jimenez. He's not the winner this week, but keep an eye on him in the Senior Open next week.
It's a good putt. It's a bit of a misread. Perfect speed.
Hatton for his birdie at 17 after a beautiful long iron. This should just fade a touch for him. Ooh, well, not sure he quite got that how he wanted. To 3 though, no damage.
He's coming up a ridge here, Stenson. It's a little bit right to left and pretty slow.
Left it short on 11. Left it a bit not as far short on 12, but it's a little tester.
Final shot for the defending champion. Like every champion, he had to hand the claret jug back, and he really wanted to claim it again and defend the title, and he made a really good attempt. Well done, Zach. Can he do it again? He can. Oh, what a four from Phil Mickelson. Every time Henrik Stenson lands a punch, he comes straight back. Fabulous four from the former winner.
2 days in a row he's made four from nowhere on 12. Quite incredible. They're right in the middle, these putts. Unfortunately, Stenson's pretty close to the hole.
It's only the fourth hole which there hasn't been a birdie or eagle made. Both making par at 12, 6 to go. And they're still tied at 16 under. What a fantastic day's golf.
14, JB Holmes for birdie. He's playing back with that Steve Stricker. Steve's 5 under. Putt there to go 6.
.473-yard par 4, the 13th. And when there's no bunkers on a hole at Troon, you know it's a difficult hole. This in the 10th, no bunkers. Doesn't need them. Wind off the left, perfect for Mickelson. Been a nice draw down here.
And of course have now turned into the long, relatively straight road home.
We're going to see a mixture of his 3-wood and his driver over these closing holes. Stenson, he prefers that 3-wood. But this is the big one. Got to hit driver on this hole and 15. They're just too long. Big wide fairway down there though.
Gentlemen, we need to move up a little bit.
Perfect.
Get quite a bit of run up that left-hand side. He should be quite a bit nearer than Mickelson. Mickelson's came down pretty soft.
Birdie putt for Steve Stricker. And he's made it. And he moves now to within 1 of JB Holmes in the battle for third.
Dustin Johnston, a lot of people's favourite this week. Did well the first couple of days, but nothing really happened. What a year he's having. Wasn't to be this week. First time he's really he almost won against Darwin Clark at St George's Hill, with it out of bounds at 14. Good steady week for Dustin Johnson.
Round in 70, finishes 2 under and inside the top 10. It's just an astonishing leaderboard, isn't it? Stenson and Mickelson almost out of sight. Not often, late on a Sunday afternoon, the leader in the clubhouse is at 4 under par, and the 2 leaders out on the course are 16 under par.
Not when there's only about 45 minutes difference in tee-off time, that's for sure. As the Beefs on the 14th tee.
Hatton, 18th fairway. He birdied the second hole last week to get second on his own. Don't think he's going to finish second on his own, but he can get right up there. Yeah, that's fine. That's a good shot. Good chance of birdie there. 4 under par at the moment.
Leading 2 in the 13th. Mickelson first to go, which is probably an advantage in this match play contest. Get in there first, knock it in close, put pressure on your opponent.
Really not hurting too much at the moment.
I'm thinking 6. I know that we hit it over on 11, but I roasted that. I was going to get up.
I think
I'd have to hold it a touch.
I like holding it.
Yeah, I like that though.
I like, comfortable one of those holding it.
Off this uphill lie, I don't think I need to take anything off it though. Holding it.
Well, I can tell you he's got 192 yards, Mickelson. It's not a shot you can go long on.
Yeah, maybe just a touch.
Just a hair.
Got to keep it under the hole. He's hitting a 6 iron.
Well, I think he's going to hold it.
And the last one on the 11th went through the green. That is not a place to go.
Just cutting it a fraction. Hold it straight against what wind there is now. It's a lovely shot. 25 feet, but another pure strike. Pretty much straight at the target.
Hasn't dropped a shot today, Phil Mickelson. 3 birdies and an eagle at the 4th.
He's got a jumpy lie here. Henrik Stenson, it could fly here. 183. Going with the big 7.
That's okay. He might have been a little bit scared of the flyer over the back. I was going to say it's unlikely Phil will hold, but it's actually not unlikely to hold. There's no other way to describe that other than magnificent.
These players have great extension, both arms straight, way through impact. No wonder they can hit it so far and straight. Beef for birdie. Looks though he's aiming for it to fade a little. Good try.
Back to the 18th and the 24-year-old Tyrrell Hatton. Establishes himself now as a regular contender on the European Tour, still looking for his first win, and this will be another huge boost to his confidence. Second last week. His 5th Open, 3rd time in a row he's qualified for the Open, and he's missed the cut every previous time. Didn't miss it this year. Well done, Tyrrell. Round in 68 in the final round. What a buzz that will be. Never experienced the weekend at an Open before. He has now, and he'll want some more.
Johnston for par. Great to see two young guys, Johnston and Hatton, doing so well. This guy's broken through. Hatton's absolutely on the verge of something big, I'm sure.
Now back to the main event.
Well, as we creep closer and closer to the clubhouse, the crowds are getting bigger and bigger. They're doubling every hole. It's something to behold. Quite a few stars and stripes out here as well, backing Phil. You're right, there's about 50-50 out here at the moment. Both putts are uphill and both putts are left to right.
Isn't it nice to see this very pleasant weather of the final holes after all the rain and wind we've had in the last couple of days? Oh, didn't need much more, did it?
Chance for Phil to take the lead now. It's been a while since I had that chance.
So this to get to 17 under and take a one-shot lead down the last 5 holes.
Said the other ball had to go right at the hole. Jamie thought it did, we thought it did, he thought it did. Fortunately for him, it didn't. Beautiful putt though. Both players totally in control of the game.
Two par 3s in the last 5 holes. This is the first of them, the 14th. And terrific that both players acknowledging the support from the spectators. Lovely atmosphere out there. Real tension, but everyone with a smile on their face as we go ahead to 16. Birdie putt for Garcia. Now tied 5th at 4 under.
Paul McGinley there. Egging him on as we go back to the 14th tee. Mickelson's honour.
Left to right with some bird.
Well, not so easy to get close here on 14, the flag on the left. Left-hand bunker is to be avoided at all costs. You just might see the players just keep it right of the flag, but who's going to blink first?
Chart short, we had 91 to 86.
This is going to play.
We got a little bit more into the wind here.
Yeah, this is going to play +2 that. I like it. I think it's just comfortable.
Yeah.
Hold 6. All right, I'd like to feel. Yeah, just a comfy one.
6 iron for Phil.
Had a surprising bogey at this hole yesterday afternoon in round 3.
It's going to take a bit of genius, Dougie. We've seen it all day from both players. It's just going to take one bit of genius over these last 4 holes. I fancy Stenson at 16. He can reach that green with his 3 wood from the fairway. Big advantage for him coming up. But this is only 14.
Probably be able to carry the ditch, won't he, off the tee?
No.
Well, this yardage is spot on for Henrik's 7 iron. I think he needs to play between Phil's ball and the flag.
This is right at it. Oh, great iron shot. Almost over the top of the flag.
This is the 4th shot for JB Holmes at 15. He was out of bounds. There's a boundary line down the right hand side which he was over. Oh, goodness. That's all suddenly going horribly wrong for the American.
He's trying hard to go out of bounds again, isn't he?
Yeah.
Very expensive for JB Holmes. As we go to the beef, 15th tee. Almost a yard short of 500 yards this hole. Missed the bunkers. He obviously wants it to. It did. You never know.
Difficult to tell what a lie's like from vertically above it.
16 under par and a 9-shot lead over JB Holmes. It'll be more than that in a moment because JB's going to drop shots clearly at 15. Rory McIlroy, round of the day, a 67. Young Tyrrell Hatton, a splendid 68. They're tied for 5th at the moment. Bill Haas not having a good day. He's never had a top 10 in a major. He's now clinging on to one. Strong finish by Miguel Angel Jimenez. Grillo and Woodland making progress. Lee Westwood a 68 and Jason Duffner a 69. But nobody playing the golf that the leaders are.
Garcia on the 17th, 221 yards to the pin today.
Go, go, yes. Go, go, go!
I think he wants it to go. Well, it's not too bad there. JB's ventured off to the right, found his ball. This is his 5th. What a shot. Well, he's going to make double somehow. I thought he was going to go for about 10 at one point.
It's going to leave Steve Stricker in 3rd place though.
And the gap will be 10.
Yeah. Just remarkable, Mark, isn't it? Just the quality of the golf these two have played. There's no praise too high.
No, they're making the course look easy and it isn't. And looking at the rest of the field is what the course is like. And not these two. They are just playing golf of an incredible calibre. Both got birdie putts on this 14th hole. Jamie Spencer's down there having a good rummage.
Yeah, so is Phil. He's having a look at his greens book. These incredibly complicated maps of the greens, which the modern player uses. They confuse me, plus I can't see them with my eyes. That doesn't help.
They're also £80 a time, aren't they?
That really hurts. Yeah, it's not the principle, it's the money.
Are they holeable putts, these two?
Absolutely, Jess. This is straight, I think, for Phil. Sort of holes cut in a valley, sort of slopes front to back at the front of this green and then the other way, so he's right in the middle of that, so I think it's straight.
Strike was good, just misread it a bit.
Steve Stricker, 15th. To get to 7 under. A little aggressive, Steve.
Trying to catch the leaders. What's the prospect for Stenson holding this, Jamie?
It's a tricky one, Jess. It's just coming down the ridge here, and I looked at it and I just thought I'd dribble it at right edge and hope for the best, but it's not an easy one.
Six birdies already. What would he give for a 7th? Right here. And he's got it! Wonderful putt from Henrik Stenson, and once again he edges ahead of Phil Mickelson. 4 holes to go. Stenson by 1.
Well, they were both interviewed at length, probably last night and today, and they both said they just wanted to play and not back off, and neither of them are backing off. They're both putting together superb rounds. These two could easily produce the 2 lowest rounds of the day.
What a roar. Both 5 under for the day. Equate to 66s.
The top 3 in the leaderboard, all over 40. A good open for the experienced players. Steve Stricker's almost 50.
JD winning the French a few weeks ago, he's 46.
You two should be making a comeback.
We never left.
I'll caddy for you, Sam.
As long as you only like working a couple of days.
I don't mind, suits me fine. High wages, Sunday bag. None of those big tour bags.
4 holes to go. We should underline no Swedish male player has ever won a major. 4 Swedish women have, including Annika Sorenstam, who's only won 10.
Is this the Rocket 3-wood?
It is.
Thought so. He can't reach the left bunkers with that. And that's where he'll be aiming.
.300 odd yards to the left bunkers. And Jamie absolutely right. A mere 280 with that club.
And it's just inch perfect. Just an exhibition match these two have put on the last couple of days. It's been an absolute delight to watch.
I'd say you could learn something from these two, but actually the level of natural talent is so high that most people can't do this sort of stuff.
Garcia, 17th. Four under at the moment. Has to get to 5. Will it turn? No, it didn't turn. We saw Hatton hit almost the same putt from a much shorter distance. He thought it would go left to right, actually almost went left. It's just a par for Sergio. Couple under. 4 under. Tied 5th.
Yeah, yet another good tournament in prospect for Sergio. Yeah.
Johnston missed the fairway right into quite a bad lie, couldn't quite get to the green. Put it into the left greenside trap, right up the face, so he hit quite a good bunker shot to here.
Well, it's another shot gone for Andrew Johnston. He's just steadily leaking. 4th bogey in the last 8 holes. And he's still in the top 10, currently now in 8th position with that bogey.
Top 10 automatically qualify for next year's Open, if not already exempt.
So Stenson by 1 from Mickelson. A 10-shot gap then to Stricker. Holmes, that double at 15 hanging in there. But it's tightening up. Southgate and Sullivan, a couple of Englishmen, great tournaments for them. Grayo, he'll have enjoyed his taste of links. I think it was his first Open. It was. Reed's still out there. Finau, he's a prospect for an Open. Tony Finau keeps up this sort of form. Westwood battling hard to get one of those Ryder Cup places. Jason Day, world number 1. Just never quite happened for him this week. Spieth, former world number 1. Good round today, but just too little too late. Ryder Cup captain Darren Clark. A really good week's golf.
Two perfect tee shots down 15. 3 wood for Stenson, driver for Mickelson. Just 6 yards between the two of them.
Feast of golf here with these two. It's just incredible to watch. Making this course look incredibly easy. I assure you it's not. There are bunkers everywhere, the rough's up. And they're slugging it out. 214 for the tall Swede. Between a 5 and a 4, if he hits a 5, he's really got to crunch it. So he's hitting a 4 iron, which makes sense. He can hold it up into the wind. And this pin back left, he can fly it all the way.
I think compared to those scores on the caption, this is 3 or 4 strokes better, Sam. Well, that looks high and cutty. Is it going to make it and hang on? Just about makes it. Just about hangs on from 214 yards. It's not a shocker.
No, 4's a great score here today. 4's a great score on 15 any day. The tension will be building between these two as they get nearer the great prize. Doesn't look like it. They look so calm and collected, but duck on top of the water scenario. There's an awful lot going on underneath.
Five yards closer, but he's going with a 5 here, Phil. He needs to really crunch this one.
Right.
Another lovely shot from Phil. Really struggling to get that there, though. I mean, knocking on 210 yards of 5-iron, even for these boys, that's a fair old hit into what breeze there is. Not that warm either. Stricker's laid up in this pair. Holmes having a cut at it.
Come on.
Well, it's contagious. What a shot from JB Holmes. Just made double at 15. It was a good double, let me tell you. Is that for eagle?
Sergio laid it back a bit, short of Norman's bunker. Fair old iron shot in. Well, on the green.
Wonderful scenes. Looking down 16 there, 15th green. It's iconic, the Open Championship. It's grandstands, almost like amphitheatres as we listen to the roar for Stenson. Jamie called that dead right there, Mickelson. Be right, he said, as soon as he hit it, so he's absolutely nailed it straight at the flag, but almost a club light. But if you look at that stuff just over the back left of the pin there, that's not the place to hit it. So
Thing is, Sam, they hit the ball the same distance, these two. That helps you. And he's pacing this off here, Phil, to the green. He's still making notes, even at this stage. Hope we come back here soon. This is one of the best.
Isn't it though? Every aspect about it has been fantastic. The tented village, where it is, the location of the compound, car park, the job they've done on the traffic has just been quite phenomenal. I know Dougie mentioned it earlier, but it really is astonishing. If you think of any Opens you've been to, what the traffic's normally like, St George's, Lytham, Birkdale, it can be very, very difficult to get in and out, but here they've organised it so well. Well done to the Ayrshire Constabulary. This will be a nice one to hold, Iggy.
Oh, not bad timing. You hate to jinx it by mentioning the words playoff, but the 4-hole playoff was first used here at Royal Troon in 1989. Best way to settle a tie in a major, I think. Fairest way. Let's hope we don't need it.
Go on, go on, go on, go on! Oh, what a putt, Henrik Stenson! Stenson! Oh, this, what a day, my goodness me. Send me some oxygen. Just magnificent. What class. What class. What a putt to hole at this time.
And hardly a twitch of a smile, but inside he must be celebrating like you wouldn't believe. What a putt. Back-to-back birdies. 18 under. Now there's a bit of pressure on Mickelson.
Let's have another look at this. Huge long putt. 40 feet, 45 feet. The speed was always there. It was always going towards it, and then it just went in. Oh my goodness, look at that face. Yes.
Oh goodness, match play golf. Can't beat it.
This is about a cup left to right for Phil, putting up the green.
He can't, Jamie, can he?
He can.
Great attempt, he was never going to be short. Oh, what a blow to strike. Henrik Stenson. Birdie at 15 from all of 40 feet. So it's going to be a two-shot lead. Assuming that Phil knocks this one in, which I'm sure he will. Two-shot lead with 3 to play and the advantage at the par 5 16th. Looking good for Henrik Stenson. But we're taking nothing for granted. These two have just thrown wonderful golf shots at each other all day. It's been a joy to watch. It's not over yet. The old cliche never applied more appropriately.
Watch the crowd on the grandstand.
He's done everything else in the game. All he had to do was to win a major. 2 clear. 3 to go.
You have to feel a bit for poor Phil. 5 under par on the day. He's lost ground.
Well, they pushed the tee up here today, 19 yards. That means it's only 275.
We'll be back to Jamie in a moment as JB hits to 17. 221 yards.
It's left, Jess, I'm afraid.
It is indeed. Short-sided himself.
Just an iron for Stenson. Just catch the fairway. And have his 3-wood in his hand. Perfection. Ditch just left of where that man in the red jacket is. About 25 yards short of it. Couldn't really have gone with much more club, Jamie.
Phil's got a gamble, Sam, hasn't he? He's got to get as close as he can to that ditch. It's 275.
He's got an iron out, Jamie.
Yeah, well, I think his 3-wood's too much, so he's going to have to really hit a flusher here. And he'll leave him about 280 if it's a really good one to get to the green. He can get there in 2.
Well, they're both going to probably have something in the region of 250 something to the front, so they can reach. It's a fair old distance. You want to start hitting wides, and it's easily done from that distance.
The 18th and Sergio Garcia for a closing birdie. Long way away though. Again, one of the most popular players in the field. A lot of support for Sergio this week. Listen to the roar of this. Goes in. .69 to finish for Sergio Garcia. Tied for 5th at 4 under par along with Rory McIlroy and Tyrrell Hatton. Well, he's been on that list of best players not to win a major along with Lee Westwood for a long time. Henrik Stenson's been in that list too, but he might be about to come off it. Here's how it looks. Stenson 18 under, Mickelson 16 under, and the rest are so far behind you can hardly see them. Steve Stricker at 7 under, winning the battle for 3rd. JB Holmes coming back well after that double bogey at 15, but he's 2 behind his countryman. Sorry, 1 behind his countryman. And it's McIlroy, Hatton and Garcia at 4 under. Big beef, Andrew Johnston. 2 over for the round now. Bill has 3rd at the start of the day. Now back in 9th. 4 over for the round.
Oh, goodness, that was straight right off the club head. Ooh.
Both playing up short of the barn. And both 279 to go.
As you can see, just out of the left to right.
Well, Mickelson can reach, but he needs to. 264 to the front of the green, as Doogie says. 279 all up. There's a bunker that guards the pin, so he's going to have to keep it to the left of that. Breeze is almost gone.
Come on, come on.
Well, we didn't expect anything else. Just a 25-footer for eagle for Mr. Mickelson, who's 2 behind. Pressure's back on Stenson.
Over to you, Henrik. Same yardage, same club.
Should be plenty of club for Stenson this. I'm guessing he'll take it in from left to right. Looking for his 9th birdie of the day. Oh, that's left though.
Oh dear.
Not as bad as it looks. He's got the whole green to play with. Certainly doesn't look as good as Phil Mickelson's. What a wonderful shot from Phil.
He just held on to that one a little bit, didn't he? Fooled it left slightly. Ahead at 17, the par 3. Steve Stricker missing the green left. Oh no, it's coming back to his feet.
Stricker at 7 under, alone in 3rd. JB Holmes, even with his OB at 15, is very close behind him. One shot.
Rather to see Phil still taking the time to acknowledge the comments and the encouragement from the crowd. Just terrific. So Mickelson will have a putt for eagle. And you wouldn't bet against him holding it. Not in the light of everything else that's happened today.
He's bumping this one into the bank. Got to stop. Wow, that was very clumsy. He's doing his best not to finish third.
JB Holmes is down there as well. He's 6 under. He's 7 under, looking like double back to 5. JB Holmes bogeys it. He'll be 5. And in third. Just the 13 behind the leader. 13 behind the leader.
It was a 10-shot margin in 77, the Jewel in the Sun, wasn't it, when Hubert Green won the other tournament? It's going to be more than that here, I think.
He's got a lovely lie. Look at that. You can see right in behind the ball.
Down grain as well, isn't it, Sam? He's been fortunate there.
Well, at least he's got the grass with him, Henrik. It's pretty heavy, though, the lie, but he hasn't got to go over the bunker. That helps him. He could run it out. I think he'll play the lofted sandwich and just lob it onto the green and let it release up to the flag.
How near do you think he'll get it, Jamie?
Well, not being a gambler, I'm going to say he's going to get it to 8 feet.
Yeah, I think that's a... It shouldn't be outside that. It's uphill, sort of past the flag, and to the right.
I think 3 feet.
Yeah, I think somewhere between the two. It's not that difficult a shot, even as he's clambering through knee-high rough. These guys are extremely good at these sort of shots.
He thought that was going to be short of the hole. It's not. It's ran on, maybe 5 feet past, 6 feet past. Gorgeous shot, though. He did not miss the hole by much. 4 feet, probably. A tickler off the left edge. Different angle to see it here.
Kick hard.
Kick hard, you heard him say it. Well, it did, Henrik. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
You're pretty close for 3 feet, Sam. Looked further from the other camera. But yeah, 3 feet's might be between 3 and 4, but overall pretty darn good. Now the question is this holeable, Jamie?
Definitely. There's a rule, though, never gamble with torrents. As I've learned to my cost.
You are absolutely right. Before you know it, you've lost a whole heap of cash.
Dead straight, this up the hill. Hill will really fancy this. Mickelson.
You could hear a pin drop out there right now. gracious me!
How close could it be?
Sorry, I miscalled it. I thought it was falling in the front edge, Diggy. Did you not? How did it not?
That looked on all the way. A little bit like his putt for the 62 on Thursday night.
That's amazing because it jumped quite high quite early in its roll and kind of looked as though he meant it all to happen.
Oh, let's have another look at this. An eagle putt for Phil Mickelson to get alongside Stenson, at least for a moment. Stenson still with a birdie putt to come, and here it's in.
I mean, 2 feet short of the hole, the ball is 3 inches right of the hole and it misses left from his view. A valiant attempt, valiant attempt. It leaves Stenson with a 3.5, 4 footer. 2 up, 2 to play.
It was close. Oof. So now Stenson has this to retain his 2-shot lead with only 2 to play.
This is a big putt. If he holds this, Mickelson's got to make something happen, and it's quite difficult on the last 2 holes here at Troon. But if he misses it, it's 1 shot is nothing. It's a mistake or a birdie.
No mistakes there. Magnificent Henrik Stenson. 19 under par. The lowest score ever shot in an Open. And that was on a par 72. This is a par 71.
9th birdie of the day for Stenson. 4 birdies and an eagle for Mickelson, no bogeys. What a show from these two. It's truly mind-blowing.
But Stenson now has 1 birdie for the lowest score ever in a major. He's now on 63 at 8 under for the day. I mean, to do that in the last round of an Open. Is he 7 under? I thought he was 9 birdies, 1 bogey.
2 bogeys.
2 bogeys, he did the 2-3 putts. Sorry.
Hey,
He'll probably birdie the last 2.
I was going to say, would you bet against him birdieing 17 and 18? But this has just been world-class golf. It's world-class sport. I don't care, even if you don't like golf very much, you cannot help but be captivated by this. This was just a couple of moments ago. Steve Stricker trying to get away with a bogey at 17. But it's a double, and he drops to 5 under, and he's behind JB Holmes again. Holmes 3rd, Stricker 4th at 6 and 5 under respectively. Unbelievable. 9 birdies in 16 holes for Henrik Stenson, and a 2-shot lead with 2 to play over Phil Mickelson. One of the all-time great contests in the final round of a major championship. JB Holmes winning the other tournament at the moment. But the other good scores today, 67 admittedly from Rory McIlroy, but 68, 69, 70s. These two both on course for 64, 65 or better. Disappointing finish for Tony Finau in his first Open. Big American shooting a 74 today, still top 20 though. Darren Clark a 70. Padraig Harrington, 2-time champion, finishes with a 72. Martin Keimer and Francesco Molinari playing together, both 74. Not really been Adam Scott's week. 71 finishes down the field. Ricky Fowler never really in it again. One of those players that just got unlucky with the draw, had to play in the worst of the conditions. Matt Kuchar was in the picture for a while, but falling away at the weekend.
Guys, phones away now, please.
And Danny Willett, the Masters champion, never threatened to add another major. So 2 to go, the par 3 17th and the long par 4 18th. 2-shot lead for Stenson.
Well, it's 221 today, can't go left. That flag is cut really tight to that left and it falls away that side. Stenson's going with a 4. He's going to be pumped up.
Much wind into his face. Much wind into his face, Jamie.
Very little now, Jess. It's just off the left. But hardly a breath.
Well, it should be plenty of club for him, a 4-iron. So, yeah, pumped up. To make sure he doesn't rip it over the back.
Come on.
What can you say? As good as it gets. Poor Phil.
I'm going to give up golf after watching this.
You were advised to anyway. You were advised to anyway.
Well, Phil's going with the same club, 4-iron. Get inside that, Phil.
You know, he just might. No, missed the green. And down the slope. And further down the slope. And now it is looking awfully good.
That makes a massive.
Stenson.
Sorry, Doogie. That makes a massive difference trickling down that slope. You sort of putt from the front. You not too difficult to do. That's a really tough up and down.
Stenson would just got a little glimpse of the trophy there as he came off that tee in his head. He'll quickly block it out and get back to the job in hand, finish it off, but he's so close he can smell it. What a shot this was. Look at that shot. Under this pressure, 200 and odd yards, 4-iron, just out of this world.
And you know what, Sam? The 62, unbelievable. I think we all suspected it was a 2-horse race. No one was going to make a run at them. I don't think anybody thought they would both play such magnificent golf and to be lapping the rest of the field. Well, in normal circumstances, you'd be giving Henrik Stenson the claret jug. But these are not normal circumstances, and given what we've seen already today, what might yet happen. But it's looking awfully good now for the first Swedish male major champion. Swedish male major champion.
Well, Phil's got a good lie here. But not much green to work with. He's looking at the bank. He bumped it into the bank the other day.
We just watched Stricker down here, Jamie. He tried to float the first one, came back to his feet and then bumped it into the bank, knocked it about 18 feet past, so it's not easy.
Yeah, just what you fancy, isn't it, Sam?
But the hard thing here is you've got to hit it hard enough to get up the hill. He can't possibly let it come back to his feet, so he's got to hit it hard enough to get up and reach the hole. So,
and it's a bit fluffy up that bank, so if he plays that shot, which I think he's going for, he's going to have to be quite firm here.
He's got a lot of loft, so he's going to have a lot of spin on it when it hits. Too much.
and here is Stricker, the 18th birdie putt. Not behind JB Holmes, who he's playing with for the. Oh no. be a safe par for Stricker. Great tournament for the 47-year-old Stricker. 49, sorry, yeah. He's getting older by the minute.
Yeah, I think pretty much Champions Tour very early next year.
How quickly this has changed the last 10 minutes.
Oh.
It looks certain to be a playoff 20 minutes ago, and then incredible birdie from Stenson, and a shot at 17, and now Phil's struggling for par.
And you wonder whether it's the realisation is just beginning to dawn on Phil Mickelson. It's gone, that not really much he can do now. At best he's going to make par here. Stenson with a very makeable putt for birdie.
Yes, I think Phil has to sense here that things are done.
Well, he has to hold, and obviously Stenson has to miss. 2 shots is not over. 3 is very comfortable. 4 is a mile.
You just can't be surprised, can you? No praise too high for Phil Mickelson. He makes his par. Stenson now all over the putt for a 3-shot lead. Let's nip ahead to 18. JB Holmes. That's good enough though for 3rd place. The man from Kentucky. It's his 8th Open Championship. It's only the 3rd time he's made the cut. And he's going to finish best of the rest.
This to win the Open.
Turned away at the last second, so it's a 2-shot lead coming down the last. It could have been more, it isn't. Brave putt from Phil Mickelson, brave putt.
Problem with 18 for Phil is that Henrik can hit it towards that right-hand trap, and it's really quite a big target. Just hit it up there 280 with his 3-wood, and not a particularly small green either.
Steve Stricker at the age of 49 finishes with a 69 and 4th in the Open. Well, it's what you dream of, a 2-shot lead on the 72nd tee in the Open Championship.
I was always dreaming of being 7 ahead, Dougie, just to make sure.
And you were never greedy.
I was never certain.
That wonderful line of yours and all those dreams and all the Opens that you won. The same man was second every time.
Jack Nicklaus.
Well, this man has been one of the stars of the Open. Andrew Johnston got his first win in the European Tour just a couple of months ago in the Spanish Open. And now he's become a real cult figure in the US. They love him in the States. And well, we've heard how many fans he's got in this country now. Look for a lot more fun with Andrew Johnston in the years to come.
Hey guys,
Quite a small
can we
teeing
please put the
area
cameras
here.
away? Thank you, please.
And with Mickelson left-handed and Stenson being right-handed, they're on opposite sides of the tee. Get a wee bit cramped when the man's over the ball.
What a scene down the 18th. Stands are packed. It's got to be pretty emotional for Stenson. He's going to have to keep his emotions in check for 10 minutes. He's got a job to do. There's some bunkers down here waiting. Can't reach the one down the right. I'm got to presume he's got the 3-wood, fellas.
He has, Jamie, and very unusually his last one with this was a big hook at 16. You can't hear me, so I'm not planting a seed of doubt.
You're right, though. There's quite a bit of room down the right-hand side, and that's what he'll be thinking. Just hit that right-hand bunker. Easy, isn't it?
As usual, all the way round there's been bones on one side and lordy the other. It is a bit claustrophobic on these tees. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, no, he's not done a Greg Norman. Oh, he very nearly did a Greg Norman. Greg drove into that bunker in 1989.
He doesn't know. It just finished on a wee day. He doesn't know that it's short. He's not certain it's short, but it is, Henrik. It's absolutely magnificent. What a distance he's hit that, Dougie.
How did it keep running? We haven't seen anything go far up there.
Fabulous drive from Phil.
It's a good 40 yards behind Henrik's ball.
That was just pure adrenaline. It can't be anything else. It just never stopped running.
The three of us, I turned around, the three of us were just looking at the screen with our mouths wide open. We couldn't believe where the ball was going. It looked like it was actually good. Have another look here. It looks like it's going to go in at the very last second.
310 yards to this bunker, and he's at 3-wood. Pitched it about 270.
What's that? A foot? 18 inches?
Pretty much.
Oh,
It's the nicest bit of real estate he's ever seen in his life.
just astonishing. And the engraver, Gary Harvey, former pro himself. His dad Alex did the job for many, many years. Gary played the European Tour, and he will now be setting about his business. He won't be putting Henrik's name on it yet. He'll be putting Royal Troon 2016.
He could go backwards, couldn't he? Because he could start with an N and then an O.
You need to start the N and O for Mickelson much further to the right.
I'd just space him out a bit.
Come on, Beef. Listen to the roar of the hills. Oh, how could you let the people down? What a day for the 27-year-old Londoner, Andrew Johnston. Beef. $73 for Johnson, $75 for playing partner Bill House, who drops from 3rd to 9th, still his first top 10 in a major. They'll finish 8th and 9th respectively. Well, it's just remarkable. Phil Mickelson, starting the day 1 off the lead, is 6 under par, and it's not going to be enough.
He's
lost ground.
Well, he's 2 shots better than anyone else in the field. And he's lost ground on the leader. It's extraordinary. Let's listen to this. Going off that second showing of Henrik Stenson, it looked more like it was going into that bunker. It seemed to be travelling faster from that overhead camera. His wife Emma, there from Sweden, but they met in America in university. Married 10 years later.
Between 7 and 8.
Yes, but I really don't see us.
It's an already getting. I kind of like Pell's in a 7.
Exactly.
186 left for Phil. He'll be going straight at it. And if anything, the wind's helping him now. Off the left, flag's tight right.
Well, I think he needs to hold it. At least we haven't had to wait for Bones to go up and tend the pin. That did happen in the Irish Open one year. Well, not with Bones, but... Okay, duffed that.
I think the stuffing's been knocked out of him, to be honest. He's taken blow after blow after blow from Henrik Stenson today. He's parried most of them, but in the end, Swede has his opportunity.
Yeah, the birdie at 14, the monster putt at 15, the birdie at 16 from the rough. Just astonishing.
.154, and he's got the wedge. There's no way he's going along here, fellas.
No, not without a bounce behind.
Clicked again.
And now he really can relax. Even Phil the magician can't do anything about that. And Sweden at last has a male major champion, Henrik Stenson, on his first visit to Royal Troon. Take it all in, Henrik. There are some wonderful arenas around the 18th hole in the world of golf, but for me there's nothing quite like the 18th at the Open.
It's an amazing feeling walking up the last hole of the Open. It's bigger now than it ever has been. The size of the grandstands, the numbers of people.
You get goosebumps in your arms like eggs.
Yeah.
And even if Mickelson holds, Stenson will have 2 putts for the Open, which is not a gimme. He still probably won't want Phil to hold this, I can assure you.
We've seen no one come close to holding from here, I don't think. Everyone's missed left. And Phil's a little further away than most. But on the other hand, he's putted about as well as anyone in the field.
He's a little bit better than most. Well, it has to go in. Last chance for Phil.
What a putt. Absolutely on line. He'd hit it, he'd hold it. Brilliant. Just rolling it up to make sure a second.
No bogeys, no fives, 66. Five, 6 under.
No praise is too high for Phil Mickelson. What a wonderful ambassador for the game of golf. The only consolation is that at least he has a claret jug. He's been an Open champion. Gosh, we've been privileged to watch this today, haven't we?
We certainly have. I don't think I've seen two players play like this since the duel in the sun in '77. You sometimes get one do it, but two.
Well, this to break the all-time record. 19 under's the record, this for 20.
Not only is Henrik Stenson the Open champion, it's the lowest score anyone has ever made in the Open. 20 under par. What a performance. A round of 63 with 4 birdies in the last 5 holes. He took everything Phil Mickelson could throw at him, and on the day he was just too good. What a day's golf. What a performance. What a winner.
You want to buy a plane? Beautiful moment.
Now, 77 was my first Open, first one I ever attended at Turnberry, the Jewel in the Sun. And I must admit, I never thought I'd ever see a better head-to-head battle than I did that year. But we just have.
So proud of you.
Lowest total? Dougie, lowest final round?
He got them all, and now Graver can complete the job. Henrik Stenson. Fourth consecutive time that the Troon Open winner has been winning a major for the first time. Mark Kalkavecchia, Justin Leonard, Todd Hamilton, and now Henrik Stenson. So there it is, the final leaderboard. Henrik Stenson, unbelievable, a 63, the lowest round to win an Open and the lowest total to win an Open, 20 under par, and he wins by 2 from Phil Mickelson, with the rest a long, long way back. JB Holmes is 3rd, Steve Stricker is 4th, and the long run of American success at Troon finally comes to an end.